1, 2, 3, 4.
To dance, but here come the musical thing. Keep you rocking and swing. So all you gotta do is keep on coming to me down, no me no bone house until you stop rocking and swing the way down there. Ready, come forward. Full stop, Siraki, full stop, full stop, Siraki, full stop. My name is Rankin Star. So all you really got to do is just a move your little bit and come and rock that to the beat is all you say. Yeah, alright. And when you hear the signal, you must rock. I said rock. I said you rock it and you shock it and you say so. Oh Lord. Now we're down there.
This is Everett Morton, the original drummer for The Beat, aka the English Beat in the US. The Beat was a Birmingham, UK band that infused ska, reggae, punk, pop, dancehall, and tropical influences. For a little kid learning the drums who was into new wave bands like U2, The Pretenders, Adam and the Ants, B-52s, Bow Wow Wow, Missing Persons, Tears for Fears, Soft Cell, Simple Minds, and Susie and the Banshees, a mixed bag of synths, rock, and hair. What was it about this ska band that was so magnetic and broke into my hardwired Walkman playlist? To me, it was the overall concentrated talent in the band. Although they toured and befriended other popular ska bands at the time, like The Specials, Selector, and Madness, among others, the Beat separated themselves and landed on top because of their musicianship, hooks, and exploding stage presence. Between Dave Wakeling and Ranking Rogers' tight harmonies and balanced tones, Everett's proficient chops, Andy Cox and David Steele's clever guitar work, and Sax's soothing melodies, the Beat sound became a global brand. Their catalog was a non-stop hit parade full of fun dances, Jamaican rapping, feel-good sing-alongs, punk moshing, and political and socially aware hooks. The Beat only put out 3 full-lengths, but the impact they made on third-wave bands like Fishbone, No Doubt, Mighty Mighty Bosstones, and Real Big Fish, just to name a very few, was undeniable. Everett was originally from the West Indies and was mostly self-taught, although he did borrow from other drummers that inspired him, including Stuart Copeland of the Police. Pulling from the rhythms of his childhood, Everett's style, with his fast-paced tempos, quick rim shots, reggae pockets, and signature snare fills, carved out the Beat's recognizable sound. Being obsessed with the first record, I Just Can't Stop It, I remember drawing the iconic Footsteps and Beat Girl character from their album art on my school books in class, as well as jumping around at my drummer friend Greg's house chanting, "Finger, finger, trigger, trigger, click, 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 click." Their debut was Just Can't Stop It. Of course had the MTV smash Mirror in the Bathroom, Best Friend, Twist and Crawl, Hands Off She's Mine, Ranking Full Stop, and a fast-paced version of Smokey Robinson's Tears of a Clown. Their second record, Wha'appen, featured another MTV smash, You're Too Nice to Talk To. This record didn't get as much publicity, but it was more diverse than their debut. Their third and last release in 1982 was Special Beat Service. It featured one of the greatest written pop songs of all time, Save It for Later. It also included the mellow I Confess, which was also in high rotation on MTV, and Rotating Heads, which was in a few movies, including Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Save It for Later has been covered by a multitude of bands, including Pearl Jam and The Who. A festival I bring up a lot in these interviews was the US Festival in 1982 and 1983. Until the invention of YouTube, it was very hard to track down any footage of this festival. Anyone who's obsessed with 80s new wave music, as much as I am, should definitely watch some of the full sets of your favorite bands if you can. It was the Lollapalooza well before its time, with different themed days. In both 1982 and 83, the Beat totally stole the show. Their charismatic energy and original sound made the mountains of San Bernardino swing. Back to the Beat's concentrated talent. When they eventually split, each new band was incredibly successful. Fine Young Cannibals with Andy Cox and David Steele, General Public with Dave Wakeling and Ranking Roger, and the International Beat with Saxa and Everett all continued to write and flourish. Post General Public, Ranking Roger stayed busy in many bands and eventually started a Beat tribute band with his son Ranking Jr. on second vocal. I unfortunately heard about Ranking Roger's passing away from major health issues when I was in the hospital after my accident last year. He was one of the most electric frontmen in rock and roll history, and his energy will never be duplicated. After the International Beat, Everett formed a new version called Beat Goes Bang, featuring members of Dexy's Midnight Runners, and that's the show he's playing tonight. I caught him right before load-in for his sound check. Keep in mind it was very early in the morning for me, so my brain wasn't quite turned on yet. But here you go.
Yes, I'm at a gig present, yeah?
Oh, okay. Sweet. I won't take up all your time. I really appreciate it. And is it Jade? Is that your daughter's name?
Oh, yeah, my daughter's Jade. Yeah, she's been doing it. She's been chasing me.
She's been a hard worker for a strange person across the world trying to get a hold of you.
No.
I offered Seattle salmon and coffee, whatever you guys need, Northwest. It looks like you have sunshine, though. There's been a bunch of fires up and down the West Coast from California, Oregon, and Washington. Everything's burning up right now.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
So
my mom evacuated.
You've escaped the fire, yeah?
Yeah, we're kind of out in the mountains, 20 minutes from Seattle, so we're safe. But up and down the coast, I-5, the freeway I-5 runs all the way up and down the West Coast, and everything's burning up. It's kind of scary.
The world's coming to an end.
Yeah, that's this year for sure. So my name's Burke. I played, for a lot of Seattle bands. Duff from Guns N' Roses, I played drums for him and a few others. And I had an injury last year where I got ejected from my car after a gig, and I had spine surgery and broken ribs and a bunch of stuff. So this year has been all about recovering and getting back on the kit. Yeah. And so I started a channel, to take me out of self-pity and just talk to all my drum heroes.
Okay.
Inspire other people, people who influenced me as a self-taught drummer to fall in love with the drums, and rock and roll. And I grew up in the new wave era, K-Rock down in Los Angeles, 106.7. I know they were huge supporters of the Beat back in the day. So, I was in Talking Heads, Pretenders, Adam and the Ants, Bow Wow Wow. And then all of a sudden there's this new sound. And I went over to my friend's house and he was always going finger, finger, trigger, trigger, click, click. And he would drag me into his bedroom and we would jump around the room doing this, and I grew up on the beach in LA, it's like the furthest thing from ska or reggae you can possibly imagine. But all of a sudden I'm being drawn to these songs and I don't know why. And so, I dove into, and there's bands like Specials and Selector and Madness and stuff like that. But for some reason, the Beat, either there was just so much talent in the band, it was just so concentrated, full of great songs and great players. I think that made the difference. Did you feel that when you were in the room, like this is something really special?
It was something special for me. All in a sudden, this thing just happened, yes.
And
can you still play?
I can. I'm about 75% back, and I was paralyzed for 3 days. And then, it's just a lot of work, a lot of medication, all kinds of therapy, electricity and yoga and walking a lot. I used to run a lot, even before and after shows, to calm me down because I was getting too excited. I can't run yet, which is disappointing, but I can drum, I can teach. I have a little school.
Okay.
Yeah. So I teach them the, as like a staple. By the way, as an aside, are you doing right, left the whole time, or you go right, left, right, 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 right?
I'm playing right.
Yeah.
But I slip in the most of the time, but I'm playing right, but I lead with my left hand. Yes.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Who were your first influence? Were you self-taught, or did you take lessons when you were growing up?
I did go to school. Yeah, took a few lessons, and then I just carry on and copy other people. We see what they're doing,
Yeah,
and
just
make my own. Yeah,
steal little licks here and there to make your own sound.
exactly. Yes. Stuart Cook, the Police drummer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I've watched him a lot. Yeah.
yeah. Those are probably you and Stuart from not a ska, reggae, um, heavily influenced by me. I was more rock, new wave, pop, but you and Stuart were the main influences on me wanting to try to learn that style. Would you, if there was if I had my group of students in here who are all like 6 years to maybe 17, how would you describe the difference between playing a punk or a rock groove versus playing a reggae beat?
Well, I think it's all goes into one, because if you play punk, because I'm playing punky reggae. I'm
Yeah.
playing punk mixed with reggae. I'm doing the reggae bit, and the guys are doing the punky bit.
Right. I think it's almost and this is just a very general observation. It's almost like the beat is turned around, where usually in punk and rock the snare is on two, but a lot of reggae it's reversed. The bass drum would be on two. A lot of that police stuff be hi hat. And then a ska, it might be a little more high speed reggae, where it's more four on the floor with that bass drum. It makes it happier, more party, more dancey with that fast paced quarter
Well,
note.
ska was taken from reggae.
Yeah.
Uh,
Speaking of Stuart Copeland, way back in the day, do you remember the US Festival? You played it 2 years in a row, I think, down in California.
I remember the festival, and if up to today, I'm looking back on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
every day I've watched the US Festival. Yeah.
it's one of a kind. So you were invited back, and both sets were amazing. They both your 82 and 83. They had something different to offer. It seemed I think I was crazy, but it seemed when you're doing Mirror in the Bathroom on the second year, I was thinking that your snare broke because you were so heavy on the rim shot. There was no snares at all. I was wondering if you were doing it on purpose or if they had a mechanical error.
I think it just happened. I think it just happened. I'll have to notice that tonight when I'm playing.
Okay.
Yeah, I will.
Spur of the moment. Also, speaking of Stuart and the Police, so a friend of mine who plays in another famous band, he plays bass, he said when you're young, there's two concerts. Your first two concerts are the one that your parents take you to, and the next one is the one that you want to go to. The first concert I was taken to was John Denver. Back in the time, I was not interested. Now I'm lucky I went. But the second one was that I wanted to go to was the Police at a horse race track down in Los Angeles. The Police, the Fix, Thompson Twins, and Berlin opening up. And it was a gigantic thing, and they had a huge video screen, and they were showing MTV videos in between the bands. And I remember right before the Police went on, all the lights went down, and up on the video screen, and everyone was going crazy, and up on the video screen, they start Save It for Later, and everyone just erupted, just like, right before the Police went on. And I was like, this is so cool, because what I felt coming over the crowd was this happiness.
Yes.
It was like calm, this happiness. There's something about that song, and it overtook all these Police fans just going like, wow, it really set everyone up for a great show. And I'm wondering,
that's good to know. That's good to know.
So that song, I read that it was a throwaway. The band really didn't want to do it, and it was kind of put on at the last minute. And did you record that with Dave, just the two of you at first, because the others weren't interested at the time?
No, we with the whole band.
Okay.
Yes, the whole band. I had to relearn the song. It wasn't the first time it came around. It wasn't the time we had to learn it, and it's a popular song.
Oh God, yeah. It's been covered and covered and covered.
Yes, I know quite a few bands cover it. I'm quite surprised.
There's a band from my neighborhood out here a few years back. It's called Harvey Danger, and they put that song, their own cover of that, in a movie, 200 Cigarettes or 300 Cigarettes, something like that. So it got, Yeah, it keeps getting more life. It seems like every year you hear it in
Yes,
some TV show.
it is getting lively. Yes, it's yeah. I do. I mean, I'm playing that tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we play all the beat songs. Yeah, I can't play nothing else.
Yeah. Is the band tonight, is that Beat Goes Bang or is that something different?
No, it goes bang. Yes, yes. But
Cool.
people they keep changing the name. I'm happy playing to any name.
Yeah. Man, I'm so happy you're still here. I mean, you've influenced, I've mentioned, you toured with the Pretenders and Talking Heads, and I've spoken with Chris and Martin already. So it's like my Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's like it's fulfilled. Everything's coming together.
Yeah.
Yes. I hope you can play soon.
Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there.
Yeah.
Things like this are helping with the positivity.
Yes.
Did you realize that when Rotating Heads, your instrumental version, came out in Ferris Bueller, that it would be such a cult hit? Did you like the movie?
I don't think I've seen the movie, but I mean, there's a few songs in movies.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've seen it. Yeah, I've heard the track, but I'm not sure about it. But I've heard it in a movie, like yeah.
It's a very famous.
Because Rotating and the March of the Swivelhead, there's one song with two names.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's a chase scene. It's with Matthew Broderick. It was in '86, so 3 years after your third record. There's a very famous chase scene where he's running through people's houses through a neighborhood, and it's a very funny movie. But it's an instrumental version of that song, and it really drives the scene. It's pretty cool, and I think that actually brought you more fans from that movie, and who had to go back and.
I think it's in a movie called Dumb and Dumber.
Oh yeah.
It's in that one as well. So it's in quite a few movies.
Yeah. Speaking of your gig tonight, how do you in your past, did you have to overcome any injuries yourself or any illnesses to keep gigging?
I did. I broke my knee.
Oh wow.
Someone fell on me. Yeah, I was helping someone and it was too big. It fell on me and it broke my knee. I was out for 2 years.
Was that on your bass drum leg or your hi-hat?
No, on my hi-hat, yeah, my left knee. Yes.
Cool.
That's the only injury, like, I'm bitching. I'm very, very lucky.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
But these days, you're feeling good on the kit, feeling powerful.
Pardon?
You're feeling strong on the kit these days?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I'm feeling strong, like, I've got lots of energy. I don't know where it's coming from. But I'm going along with the journey.
Do you take any supplements or anything special in your diet that's improved your health?
I take nothing at all. I just do it normal.
Yeah. That's great. You're a natural.
I'm a natural
drumming
one.
floor.
I don't think I need no extra boost yet. I'm not saying a few years down the line I might need it, but not right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Last year after the crash, I was in the hospital for a month. That's when Ranking Roger passed away, unfortunately. And I had to find out weeks and weeks later, just reading more about the history and just getting in touch, with my youth and what I loved about the beat. It seemed like he brought in this electricity into the band that was very unique.
He did.
Yeah, and it lasted forever. And that was his son in the later years singing with him in his band, wasn't it?
Yes. I met him last Sunday. Yeah, he came to a show we was doing. Yeah, yes, because that's what I was supposed to talk to you last week, but we was doing a show.
Yeah.
This is the last one for quite a while because things are coming back together.
Oh.
Yeah, he's taking his time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, with all his energy on stage and all his talent, his vocal talent, and his positivity, do you think Saxo might have been like the grounding force in the band? He was more like the stability.
Always. I mean, it's gone, but it's still here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still here. He was a force. He would say, he called me Rasta and he would say, let's do this, let's do that. So I'm still listening to him now.
Yeah, yeah. I saw one video clip of
Yeah.
him when you were recording. I think it was the second record, and he was in the corner. He's like, "Just bring more beer." He was requesting. What am I?
He did ask David Bowie to go and get him some beers.
Oh wow,
Yes.
that's funny.
That was the Kings.
You know, and then eventually, when you guys did go different directions, you could see how much talent was in the band with the projects that started up after that. Everyone was successful, whatever direction they went, with General Public and Fine Young Cannibals, and you.
Yeah, exactly. There was. I've missed the boat in the Fine Young Cannibals. Yeah, I've missed out. There was no. I've left. There was no reason to. Yeah, but it wasn't to be. So. Was
that an option? Were you invited into that?
Oh yeah, I was in there. Yeah, I was in there, but I think I needed a break.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I needed a break, so I just had a break. Yeah.
So how is it? Oh, go for it.
No, I'm going off to go soon. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was just curious how is it you're able to play gigs right now? We're still in total lockdown. I'm jealous.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I don't trust no one with this. Yeah, but look, they've said some towns, some cities going to be locked down. It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
But this one here, I mean, people walking about normally. Yeah. It is.
I don't even think I should be on screen right now without a mask.
I know you should. I mean, you're supposed to wear a mask all the time. Yeah. No, it's a crazy world we're living in. Yeah, and it's going to get worse.
Well,
I hope that, just think it's going to get worse. Yeah.
That's what my wife said.
Anyway, go on, say that again.
Oh no, my wife says that all the time. I try to make life simple these days. Try not to make it too heavy. Yeah.
Say hello to your wife for me, yeah?
I will. She's a drummer too.
Oh, she's a drummer as well. Wow. Okay. But
there's like 6 drum kits. You can't see all of them, but I've got many drum kits in the studio for the kids and stuff like that. Sometimes we have a little drum competition when we want to fight.
Okay. Yeah. That's. I mean, you've got so much going for you in your studio.
Yeah.
That's a lot more than what I've got.
Yeah, I believe it. I'm very lucky, very grateful. I need to work on my gratefulness. That's for sure.
Yes. No, I think you've got all the boxes are ticked. That's a good project you've got there. I wish I can pass something on to others as you are.
Yeah.
It's not time yet. Just before stop, I should be able to. I would love to.
Sure.
Yeah, yes.
Just know that I've stolen a lot from you, and I'm passing along my favorite things that you've done to
Thank you so much. I don't know what I don't know what to say.
Oh.
I don't know what to say at all. It's like, I didn't think people was taking it so serious of what I was doing.
I'm an emotional guy like that.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Hey,
yes.
Oh, have a great show tonight. I really appreciate the time.
Okay, thank you so much, and look, let's keep a finger crossed. Let's hope you improve your fitness and get better.
Me too.
And don't let the wife walk on your back too much.
No, that's why I've got my cave down here. Got to get away from the negativity. Go in my cave and talk to some heroes.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we'll speak soon. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks again, Everett.
All right. Thanks. Nice talking to you. Okay. Bye-bye.